Hey, welcome back to the couch where we discuss football stats and predictions, but you already know that. Drink a little beer at the same time. Today we'll be talking about the AFC Wild Card round of the 2024 NFL playoffs. Okay, we got the 11-6 Los Angeles Chargers, and they're matching up against Houston Texans, who are currently 10-7, placing them first in the AFC South. Let's go. But the Chargers are the favorites. They're expected to win by at least a field goal, guys. So at least a field goal, less than a touchdown, I believe it was. The expected point total for the matchup today is set at 42.5. As always, keep up with the 2024 NFL season on foxsports.com like we do here at the couch, Casey. How to watch the game today if you guys are sitting down with a couple friends or by yourself. Check it out. Los Angeles versus Houston game today is set at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's like 3:30 Central. Do the math. NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. They will be on CBS Live. The box score, if you can't watch on TV, will be on Fox Sports. Let's talk about the recent matchups between these two teams. In their past 5 head-to-head bouts, Houston has beaten Los Angeles 3 times. Also, those last 5 head-to-head matchups, Houston has tallied 136 points versus Los Angeles, while giving up only 132 points. If you're going to be putting some money on the game today, as always, gamble responsibly. Los Angeles has 13 wins in 17 games versus the spread this year, so keep that in mind. The Chargers have covered the spread 8 times this season when playing as at least 3-point favorites. So, Los Angeles contests this year have gone over the point total about 47%, 47.1% of the time. That's 8 times in 17 games with a set point total. The Chargers, though, have put together an 11-2 record in games they've played as moneyline favorites, winning 84.6% of those games. Looking at this game's moneyline, I'm going to have to say the Chargers' implied win probability is sitting about 62%, so don't take my word for it. Let's look at some stats, though, before you go make any choices today. Pass yards average for the Chargers, 213.5 total, 3,629. That's 3,629. They're only ranking the 19th in the NFL. Points scored average total is 23.6. On average, 402 total. That's ranking them 11th in the NFL. Los Angeles key players on the offense. We got to talk about Justin Herbert, ranks 9th in the NFL with 3,870 passing yards in 17 games this year. That's averaging 227.6 per game with a 65.9% completion percentage, 23 touchdowns against 3 interceptions. To go along with those passing statistics, Herbert also has 306 rushing yards. That's 3rd on the Chargers with 2 rushing touchdowns, okay? J.K. Dobbins' rushing stat line this season, he's at 905 yards and 9 touchdowns. Let's go. He is averaging 69.6, almost 70 yards per game, 4.6 per attempt, leaving him at 13th in the NFL. He's also caught 32 passes on 38 targets for 153 receiving yards, but with 0 touchdowns at this moment. He's averaging about 11.8 receiving yards and 2.5 catches per game. In the passing attack, Ladd McConkey has racked up 1,149 receiving yards. That's 10th in the NFL and 7 touchdowns after catching 82 balls on 112 targets. So per game, he's averaging almost 72 yards. It's like 71.8 yards and 5.1 receptions in 16 games. Quentin Johnston also, let's talk about that guy. He's averaging 3.7 receptions, 47.4 yards per game. He has 711 total receiving yards and 55 catches. He's got 91 total targets, has caught 8 touchdown passes in this year alone. Let's talk about the defense over on the defensive side. Deion Henley has 142 tackles, 7 TFL, 1 sack, 1 interception in this 2024 season. His tackle total leads the Chargers. Okay, and he is 10th in the NFL with those stats. Derwin James has 93 tackles, 10 TFL, 5.5 sacks, 1 interception this season. Tuipulotu has recorded 38 tackles, 11 TFL, 8.5 sacks this year alone. Also, Khalil Mack has 39 tackles, 6 TFL, 6 sacks. So, pretty strong over there on the LA side. Houston betting info. Let's talk about betting info. 7-9-1 against the spread this year for Houston. The Texans are 3-3 ATS when underdogs by 3 points or more this year. Games involving Houston have hit the over on 6 occasions this season. Also, the Texans have won 1 out of the 6 games in which they've been the underdog. So, useless stat, but keep that in mind as well. You know, it all counts. So, the Texans have a 42, almost 43% chance to win the game based on the implied probability of the money line. So, Texans stats. Let's look at that. The pass yards for the Texans, they're average of 207.4. Their total is 3,526. Ranked 21st in the NFL. Points scored average is 21, almost 22 points. Their total is 372, ranking 19th in the NFL. Houston's key players on the offense, of course, we're going to look at C.J. Stroud. He's averaging 7 passing yards per attempt, 22nd in the NFL, though, and 219, almost 220 yards per game this year, completing 63% of his passes on the way to 3,727 total yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions through 17 games. So Stroud has also rushed for 233 yards, third on the Texans. Let's go. Joe Mixon, 1,016 rushing yards this year, leading the Texans in 11 rushing touchdowns while averaging 72.6 yards per game, 4.1 per carry. That's 33rd in the NFL. Mixon also has 36 catches, 309 yards. It's all a bunch to say. 1 receiving touchdown, though. He has been targeted 52 times, averages 22.1 yards per game. Nico Collins has put up 1,006 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, 68 receptions, while being targeted 99 times on the season. Dalton Schultz, 53 catches, 532 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. He averages 3.1 yards per game in 17 games and has been targeted 85 times. Defense. So far in 2024, Mr. Hunter has amassed 12 sacks to go with 17 TFL, 46 tackles over 16 games. He ranks 5th in the NFL in sacks. Will Anderson Jr. also 37 tackles, 16 TFL, 11 sacks. Henry To'o has 1.5 sacks in addition to his 7 TFL, 103 tackles, 1 interception. And Azeez Al-Shaair, his season stats include 70 tackles, 7 TFL, 2 sacks through 11 games. He is 3rd on the Texans in tackles. What's the predictions, though, given all that? Look, I'm looking at Chargers 23, Texans 20. That's what I'm going for. All data collected for the story using technology provided by DataScribe and data from Sports Radar. All respective rights to them. Thank you for tuning into the Couch KC football stats and predictions. As always, from the couch, stay safe, drink responsibly, gamble responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-888-BETS-OFF. Unnecessary disclaimer. These videos are for entertainment purposes only, and we accept no liability for any of your losses incurred on your part. Having said all that, guys, to watch past and future shows, please visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/thecouchkc. Have a great night. Much love. See ya on the next one.